Sure. So my name is Ana Maria. I know it's on the screen. I'm based in Croatia. Prior to MoonPay, I spent some good few years working in PayPal and different crypto exchanges as a startups. I love startup culture, so that's why I decided to join MoonPay. I started as an AML and compliance lead. Now I work as a head of FinCrime, so I'm kind of overseeing the fraud and chargeback side. But I also cross-collaborate with different departments on the partner side, or the transaction monitoring, compliance, regulatory stuff, and yeah.
Great.
Yeah, sure. So when I was younger, actually, I used to play a lot of games, and I used to have my own servers on different games like Call of Duty and Counter-Strike, and the younger generation would know what I'm talking about. But I also did a little bit of hacking when I was a kid. So I would sit in my room and just watch tutorials on YouTube, like how to hack and how to switch off my neighbor's PC, which wasn't the best idea when you ask my parents. But I realized that there is so many things we can do from the technology perspective to actually prevent the crimes that back then, and I'm 27, so that was a very long time ago. But even back then, they weren't really I would say a hot topic to talk about. And now that's becoming more like awareness around FinCrime, which I think is super important. And I had an opportunity to talk with one elderly lady that got scammed. She was 65 back then, and she lost around $50,000 just because she believed that she's happily married for 2 years to a guy in Russia that never existed, really. And I was like, this is, I think, my way to go. So I moved to Ireland, I spent some time there, and I started working in PayPal. And for everyone that is thinking about getting into this world and in Web3, because I work in Web3, now it's the time to get in. Because I think, as earlier you get in, you're going to get more opportunities. You're going to be the one I would say, treated as an expert, right? Because you're going to get the time to learn. And it's just becoming bigger. Like Web3 is literally going to be part of our lives, and it's already there. And all the traditional fintech companies will have to adapt to it. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to, scale. So definitely, there is a little bit of a fear, and probably it sounds boring when you talk about money laundering and terrorist financing and chargebacks and risk and payments. But it's actually a very interesting world, especially now these days with technology coming. Yeah, it's definitely a lot to engage on. 100%. Well, kudos to the entire team who organized this. I'm actually very often on these conferences, and just 2 weeks ago I was at the one in Lisbon as well. And I can definitely say that I can feel the vibe here, that it's more kind of friendly. People are coming to me just to talk to me. I'm going to them as well, opening very important topics about certain challenges and how we can cross collaborate together to prevent FinCrime, not only in Web3 from my side, but also how we can engage and create a network between all of us here. So it's very fun. Love the vibe, love the music. My panel is in 2 hours, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And I'm definitely going to be here next year as well.